Hello, welcome to Working Group Apply. We are home, Tuesday, March 17, 2020. Let's get started. We should be mostly done, I think. Let's see what we have. Pending approval. Jenny, direct to convert, strict blah, blah, blah. Convert CRD schema.
Actually, are you sharing your screen? I can't see it.
Me neither.
I am, but it says it works. I can try again. Is it better?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I think I've looked at it. I don't know if I'm done. Oh, yeah, I remember now. We were talking with Jordan and we did not agree with Jordan. Maybe. Okay, so this is, we need to convince Jordan that this is the right thing.
Now I can see your desktop, but not Chrome.
Do you want to share, Jenny?
Yeah, sure.
Have you shared? Oh, there you go. Awesome. Okay, so we were talking about the CRD structural schema to SMD schema. I think Jordan is curious about some things. We need to clarify that.
Yeah, I think Jordan left some comments, and I haven't been working on this as much recently, but I have to look at Jordan's.
Yeah, I think it's because Jordan doesn't want to block, but I don't think it's blocking based on what you said.
Right, yeah. It doesn't, I can leave more comments about it, but also I'm not against having the fallback still until we're confident that that's not going to be hit. Doesn't really.
I see. You want to fall back on the previous conversion?
No, I think the fallback would just be to not track the fields.
Wait, isn't it what you're doing right now?
Right now the fallback is it just fails to update the CRD, but it shouldn't be possible to hit that case. But
yeah, I think he's right then. Yeah, we should fall back to not tracking the fields, or maybe using the deduced.
Yeah, we can. There was already a fallback that would not track manage fields, and we can just keep that there. I took it out because we only thought you'd hit that fallback if something was wrong with how we converted from V1 to V3 to V2. I mean, so when we take that out, it shouldn't be possible anymore. But yeah.
Cool. Oh, it's you. Okay. Okay, next, Maria. Maria is very busy with other things, so I don't know if she's going to be updating this anytime soon. We should probably clarify that further. Yes, we probably should do that.
Should we move this out of in progress or just put someone else to track it?
Can we move it to do? Also, now that I look at it, I don't know what's the difference between backlog and to-do, to be honest.
I think I split those two because we had stuff we wanted to actually work on, and it was on our list, and the backlog is more stuff we collected and to make the to-do list smaller and more handy.
Yeah, I remember at some point we had things that we need for the next release and things that we need for now. Yeah. Okay, good. Server-side apply patch type only mentions YAML. I think you've made the PR, Kevin.
Yeah, it's in the documentation PR that you made.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which
I'm not sure if it's merged yet. I don't
no,
think so.
I need to chef out that because they gave me feedback. I think I've addressed the feedback, but now they're not looking at it, so I need to ping them. When is supposed to be the deadline for the documentation?
I thought it was last week Friday, but I think that was just the placeholder PR.
Okay, we'll see. I think everything is postponed anyway, hopefully, maybe. I mean, it doesn't matter so much. We can update it.
But I think in the issue there is two tasks, one for documentation and one for adding a second content type. And I think that the tendency is now not to do a second content type.
Yeah.
So we could check this.
I think it's yeah. I think it's better like this.
Yeah.
As Jordan says, if we start having the JSON now, and we don't have the JSON before, it's going to be confusing for people because maybe it's there, maybe it's not. Plus, it's absolutely useless anyway, so. Okay, let's move on. What's next?
Provide server-side apply capability in client Go. That's the next one.
Yeah, that's going to be for next release, I think, because we don't have time to do, we don't even know how to do that anyway, so. So yeah, let's do it later. Did you miss something?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
this is a note, but yes.
Yeah. Antonio commented on my PR. I think there is one nit of some method not being where you expected it to be, but aside from that, Jenny, I think should look at it if you have time, Jenny.
Kevin, you're not very loud.
Not very loud. Sure.
Okay.
I can look at it.
I can get closer.
Yeah, and I have my washing machine turning right now.
Yeah, everybody working from home, right?
Wait, I'm gonna pause it.
There was a time where I could change my microphone volume in Zoom, but
okay, good.
Gone.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, well.
Okay, so I left a comment, and you have to address the feedback. Is that what you said?
Yeah, the only
and I'll look at
some method is somewhere else, and I think that's what you meant. Knitwise is method lost here. That sounds like move it somewhere else.
Oh, it's probably because of ordering. Yeah, you have like one method for a class, and then one method for another class, and then one method for a class.
Possible.
It's a little confusing. But I think besides that, the code was fine and everything's working, so that's exciting.
Yeah, and you asked if Jenny could look at it as well. I don't know if Jenny has time. Yeah.
And I think we're good with the test, right?
It should cover all remove cases except of the removing without the index stuff. But I added a set case to the schema one, so.
I saw you have a set case now, so that's good.
Yeah.
And it worked fine, right?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I looked at the code in details, and I think it's doing what it should be doing. So I was expecting the test to pass, and I'm glad they did. That's good. So next you can go and. Okay, so yeah, next you'll probably have to update SMD.
Yeah.
This is not a breaking change. Is it?
I'm not sure if, so what current state is already in Kubernetes? We have no 3.0 tag. I'm not sure if 2.0.
Yeah, we do have the V2. We do have the V2. But I don't think this is going to be a V4 just because of that.
No.
It's
The old
probably gonna
method
be a
still works.
3.1 or something.
Yeah.
But okay, that's good. Let's move
But
that into Kubernetes when code freeze is done.
Isn't code
and
freeze
what we have
already
to
done?
I don't know, Jenny. That's a good question.
Or do you mean the cherry picking one? Because we can still cherry pick, I think. In which case, we should cut V3 as soon as we can and
No,
do that.
We have a tag for V3. We don't have a branch. But we also have...
Sure.
Wait, sorry, go for it.
I think we should make a branch then. Once we've, I didn't know we had a tag for V3 actually.
Yeah, I think I tagged V3 when I made. And I don't think we need a branch until we have a reason. Can you look at tags? Yeah.
Okay, 12 days ago.
Yeah, good.
So we can make a tag for V3.0.1 and then use that.
That'd be a 3.1.0 because it's adding something new. But yeah, we could do that. But we don't need 118. We need that for 119. So I think it's good.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure if I can do branches, but when we merged it, I guess you can do that, and I'll update Kubernetes.
You don't need a branch.
I thought you just said we should create a branch.
Only when we make a breaking change. So I guess we don't need
okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we don't need a branch because it's not a breaking change. It's just adding new features, which is fine. And yeah, I mean, when code freeze is done, we can re-vendor with this new feature, and you can make the changes in Kubernetes to wipe the status as needed, and everyone's gonna be happy.
Yeah. Yeah, not branch. What I meant was I can't tag master. I can only tag my branch, my PR, and I'm not sure if the tags get pulled in. They should.
Yes. Let me know and I'll make the tag. Yeah. I can push tags.
Yeah.
But we're probably not gonna tag before we have to. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I can update Kubernetes with the commit first and work on the remove stuff, and when we're done, we tag it, or we pull in with tag.
Yeah, that sounds good. I don't know where Julian's tasks are, but Julian, do you want to mention something about your tasks?
I think the last thing I was working on is the field manager idea for the kubectl subcommands.
Oh yeah.
So I'll continue moving that PR forward.
That's for 119, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think I don't have anything else for 118.
Okay, good. So 118, documentation's fine, everything's fine. Jenny?
Is that on this list? Should we add something to the project for the field manager names for commands?
Yeah, let me find the issue, and I'll add it.
Okay.
Okay, I have one question. What do we do for 119?
I guess turning it on by default would be the goal, right? For client, for the client, yeah, for kube control, turn it on by default. What do you think?
That seems scary. but I think it's a reasonable goal. How do we get there is the next question. I think we need to have a smooth transition between client side and server side. So we've talked about it. We need to work on that. I think
we need to the migration path from last apply to server-side apply.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
we discussed this a long time ago, I think.
Yeah, but yeah. Which means we also need to be careful about people who do both server-side apply and client-side apply at the same time. I'm sure they're going to exist. What Julian is doing with renaming the field manager is also going to help. Because right now, if you have a conflict with client-side apply, it's, oh yeah, okay, I have another idea. If you have a conflict with client-side apply, it's super unclear. Because it says you have a conflict with kubectl, even though you are kubectl. Also, I had this idea, Jenny. What about a flag to steal all the fields, even the ones that are the same value when you do an apply? You see what I mean?
No. Why would you want that? To steal them?
That's another way to do the conversion from client side to server side, for example. It'd be like, okay, I'm going to apply this. I want to force, but I also want to take all the fields that I've specified, even if the values are the same, so that I know I'm never going to get a conflict in the future with someone who has one of these fields. It can be useful if you want to rename, for example, a managed field, which is pretty much what we want to do when we do a transition from client side to server side.
I think that might be hard to do though, or impossible with the versioning, with the multiple versions. Unless we wiped out the whole managed fields and then generated a new one just in the version that they're applying. That could work. If the goal is to get the conflicts fixed so that they only get a conflict when they try to take a new field,
yeah.
Then I think the only way you could do it would be to remove the managed fields and then apply, and it would generate a managed fields for the other fields, and then, yeah.
Okay, let's think about it, and let's think about the transition. That's one thing. Another thing that we can do is the immutability, which is going to be easier to do now that that we actually look at every object. We can go back to union, but again, there are some tricky things to do in there. We could try to do the validation ratcheting. So the goal would be to say we do validate inside server-side apply. That seems not easy with the wiring. And what else? Anything else that is important? Oh, the wiping and the status wiping, but I'm assuming Kevin is doing that.
Yeah, I would really like to get that done for 119. I'm not sure about declarative field manager.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have to revive the discussion, which might also be a part for making it default for clients, like giving them the possibility to use it.
Yeah, that seems useful, and it makes me super sad because it should be a 1 day of work, and somehow it's a multi-year piece of work.
Discussion, yeah.
Also the status thing.
Yeah, I looked at your test a little and played around, but I didn't make any progress as well. It's weird.
No, I'm not talking about the status. I'm talking about the status in the header, so we know if the.
Oh yeah, right.
Which are somewhat connected, maybe. No.
Can we collect those tasks somewhere? I mean, we can't add milestones.
I don't know. And let me look through. You have a cap, right?
Yeah, there.
I think, is it this one?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Last to reply was Daniel with a different name suggestion and some questions.
Yeah, the question is also, do we want to do it for everything or do we not want to do it for everything? It doesn't seem easy.
Yeah, this was his last comment about future-proof and complete. And
I'm not super excited about these names though. Okay, but okay, that seems interesting. So I feel like, Kevin, if you could carry on with these,
yeah,
the declarative manager, the status wiping, that'd be nice. We need someone to look at the scale sub-resource. I know Julian had started looking at it, but I feel like it's a good thing for maybe Jenny. Because there's a lot of things that she likes to do, like wiring stuff. Wiring expert.
Everyone loves that.
Julian has also looked at the smooth transition from kubectl client side to server side. If he wants to do that, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, we could, if there were release titles for us, it would be 119 is actually applying.
Yeah.
As it sounds.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yes. Applying from kubectl is what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes, and so what's very important for that, I think the status wiping is very important, more than the scale sub-resource. But again, you would want to see a conflict when you apply if the scale has changed the thing. So that's fairly important. The declarative manager, I think, is super important for kubectl. The status is going to be important for kubectl.
What about the admission control story?
I think it's less important.
I mean, it was waiting for performance to improve, and I'm not sure if it improved enough to do it now, but
yeah, I don't know either.
So right now, if an admission controller changes a request, it would be owned by the user who caused the request. And
no, I don't think so. It's gonna be owned by no one, like a default.
Well, I heard that the update path is mostly free of allocations, so maybe we could consider doing this now.
But why would it be owned by nobody? I thought the request goes through the admission chain and then reaches field manager, and we determine the field manager based on the request. So it would be owned by the user.
I think we do the field man when you apply. There is no way we're going to consider the admission chain. That's very clear, because we take the object, the patch object, we take that to create the field set.
Right. Yeah. Okay. We apply completely goes. Okay. Yeah.
But for update, yeah, we might group them together. We have to look at that.
I think.
Is it a problem that we ignore the admission chain?
It's the same thing.
With I had echo.
It's the same thing with the defaults anyway.
Okay.
We definitely ignore the defaults, and we built it so that dangling fields would still work, but you just wouldn't get conflicts if you try to change them.
So for one example, we recently deployed an admission webhook that ensures some labels are present in all user applied objects. And that's a policy for our ops team to see who owns what. And if you could bypass that with apply, that would be a problem for our ops team. Or if the validation doesn't work there.
Are you saying the validation webhook would look at the managed field?
No, at the object.
But the object is going to be the same whether you have server-side apply or not, no?
It just
confused
sounded
by your
like
example.
the object wouldn't get through the validation webhook if you use apply. But it does.
I don't see.
I think that could be the webhook could also check whether the user had changed the value. If you're trying to prevent people from editing it, because apply, the conflicts would never stop someone from forcing and just, they could still force and take the value if they need it. It's not like guaranteeing that nobody could ever.
Okay, I think I'm misunderstanding something. When you apply, the request still goes through the admission chain and then reaches server-side apply. And okay, yeah, that's okay. That's what I wanted to hear. But you can
we still go through the admission chain. We just don't track the fields of the changes.
Yeah, but you can also mutate the object.
I mean, the admission chain can mutate the object, yes.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Okay.
Yeah.
And if it does, the object that reaches server-side apply might be different than what the user applied or sent, and the changes get owned by the user.
Nobody owns them. They're like defaults.
Okay.
So later, the user can change something that was set by your mutating webhook without a conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be confusing because you could set the value to something, the mutating webhook is going to change it, and yet you're still going to own the value, even though it's not the value that you set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked about this issue with Brian, right? And he said that webhooks shouldn't be changing something that the user applied. That was basically his philosophy about it. So if you have a field and set a value, the webhook should use that to set a different value, but it should never change the same field you've also sent. Although people might be using it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So not that important. Yeah. Okay. What else?
It doesn't sound like so if we're actually using the theme that you mentioned, Kevin, it doesn't sound like immutability or union are the most critical things to do, because they're mostly unrelated to people applying. Okay. Well, I think I thank you, Kevin, for that that theme. I think it's useful to know that we're going to focus on setting server-side apply by default. And how to do that and have a great experience of applying from kubectl. Let's just do that now. I think we're running out of time on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get kicked out of the room.
I'm gonna get kids.
Yeah, I mentioned we could make it longer.
Yeah.
I was confused by your time change. Like you're in summertime now, and I expected the meeting to be in 1 hour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not super explicit. It's Pacific time. It doesn't say if it's standard time or daylight saving time.
We can move it to 1 hour later if that's better.
No, that's perfectly fine. That's.
Ginny wants
just
to
surprised. Yeah.
Okay. Well, see you. Okay, so we can use more time if needed. Does anybody want to add something?
I think I'm good.
Yep, good.
Good. See you in 2 weeks.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And stay safe.
Yeah.
Let's do it.